My name is Lillian Frank, and I was born in Burma, Rangoon. My mother was from Baghdad, and my father was from Turkey. And they were in a very, very good position. They're very wealthy, and they had everything. But it happens, their parents ran out from Iraq and Turkey. They went to Burma. Then from Burma, the Japanese came. So we went to India. The unique thing about the communities in Burma was they were so different from each other. And they didn't communicate with each other. And it was quite, I was only a child there, and I still found that I went for the Bene Israels because I loved them. I thought they were absolutely people that nobody wanted to know, and I wanted to know everything. I was very naughty. I used to go and eat with the servants because I wanted to try their food, and I liked food, hot food, and I used to be sent out of there, punished not to go into the servants' quarters. My memories of the synagogue were absolutely fantastic days. Not only the synagogue, but the thing that worked up to the synagogue. We were taken out and made beautiful shandang dresses with shandang bows, nice patent leather shoes and little socks with little lace in it. You know, absolutely we felt like little princesses. Oh, I remember the very wonderful celebrations. The families celebrated so beautifully. Anytime they decided to, all right, we've just come home from work, we've closed the shop, let's have a little play. And that's how they played. They played with music, with eating, with having a drink. But it was all done in moderation. It wasn't drinking like we drink here, beer. Everything was done in moderation. It was done beautifully. And the women were not submissive, but they were very inclusive, and they helped to make those things for the men. The woman of the East is so much more thinking for the family, more for her husband than even her children, because she lives with him, the children get married, they go away. People ask me, why do you do so much for the children's hospital? Why do I do it? Because I remember my mother. She always did something for someone. My mother used to have a fellow called Apana. His name was Apana. He was a derelict, you know, a bit nutty, walked the streets of Rangoon. And he used to come, and the servants in the house refused to serve him food. They were being paid, they're cooking for everybody eating. No, they wouldn't. My mother used to feed Apana every day. She would bring a plate and give him his food. He'd sit down and eat it. And he had a beard and he had grey hair and he was quite funny looking. I was frightened of him. But you know something? That Apana used to go around the whole city saying, Aziza Shatar was my mother's name, Kubba Diya, Aziza Shatar, Shufta Diya. So the whole town knew what we had for dinner. And I said to my mother, why are you feeding him? He's going and telling everybody what we're eating. And everybody knows. The girls at school said to me, you ate kubba yesterday. I said once or twice I was taken aback, and I said, how do you know what I ate? Oh, Apana told all of us. My favorite foods were the Burmese food, the chazan, and the Indian food, the Indian curries and things. Actually speaking, I never learned to cook in my life till I came to Australia and my sister was here. I said to her, Rima, why do you cook like that? Why don't you make mommy's curry? And why did you? She said, I don't know. And then she went to some relations and she found this recipe, that recipe, this recipe. And she had a whole book of recipes written down, handwritten. And she used to cook all these food. And I love eating the food. My dinner parties, my friends say, Lillian, we're coming, we're looking forward to it. They ring me up and say, listen, when are you going to have another dinner party? We miss your food. They want to make it and they say, give me recipes. I forget it. Next time you want, I will cook it. My character as a Jewish girl living in Burma, it was so many nationalities and people in the community that we were sort of confused, in fact. And it has helped my life because the things I do, people ask me, why do you do this? Why do you do that? They don't understand my background. They don't understand. I saw the giving and the taking and the loving and the performances from my family around us. I feel very privileged to be born where I was and to live the way they did, living there, and to learn from people who were not BA degrees and degree boys and girls. They were real people, and they taught you about life and how you take life and how you embrace it and never, never, never give it up, and always make sure you think for yourself and do things for other people. It's a marvelous thing. Wonderful life I've had. I wouldn't change it for all the tea in China.